Hi guys, my apologies. We didn't have electricity suddenly, so I'm continue with Mars information. I'm gonna try to share with you screen if I can. Looks like it's not available here right now. So let's continue with the Mars information. So with regards to Mars, as I mentioned before, we're going to discuss in each house for each rising and moon. It will appear for the next until December 24th. So right now, Mars still in Aries. Now, when Mars in Aries, he is creating a lot of fire energy. You can see what's happened on east-west coast, how much damage was done to animal kingdom, to mineral kingdom. And I have to say, in spirituality in Kabbalah, it says it all comes from human kingdom. The way how we behave, the way how we with each other, we need to understand. Then we affect all the kingdoms, because before we were created, the other kingdoms was created. And even the way how animals behave, you'll notice if you have home pets, they really mimicking us, and they really many times the way how they're aggressive, or the way um, how animals behave at home, they're really adapting their energy. And I'm not talking about kids, especially our kids as well. So it's all about collective consciousness. And as soon Mars going to Pisces, ancients used to say when Mars entering Pisces is becoming completely unpredictable, and he's activating water. So it's more floods, it's more damage, which is connected to water. And in Aries until October 4th, they're going to be in Aries. And then it's reintegrate back to Pisces in 29 degree from October 4th to December 24. So he's going to be stationary in November 14 in Aries, which is going to be a good position, because when it's going to be stationary, we're going to feel more relaxed and more stable. And it's going to be few signs who's going to be really benefit from it. Now, again, when he's in Pisces and it's 29 degree in astrology is one of the most difficult degrees, because it's the most intense of the sign. And Mars doesn't know how to feel inside of the water sign, because it represents fire. And we all will need to understand how to work in both those energies to be the same, with the two different energies at the same time. One thing I want to mention, very, very important, there's going to be on November 14, Sun's going to square Mars. Now, what is the Sun? Sun is a leader. It's represent really the highest kingdom in universe. And as soon as square Mars is going to feel more aggressive. So anyone who is in a leadership position, don't forget it's the same time United States going to experience election. I really ask all of you, whoever listen to this video, please do not add fire to already fiery cosmic energy, because as more fire we're going to add, it's hard is going to be for all of us. And again, like I mentioned in my previous video, don't judge politician. We need to understand every politician we have, it's the collective consciousness of the country, and we can help them to improve by changing ourselves. Believe it or not, we're very powerful. So each of us, especially those of us who enter into spirituality, who's trying to understand how the law of creation works, we getting right away ourselves to the different level of responsibility. So we not longer just live for ourselves alone. We really need to understand every word we say, everything what we think. It's a collective, our family. And we enter into the time where family more important than ever. It's almost you need to create your own kingdom, your own universe inside of your home. Because if you're going to connect to the chaos and what's happening outside, it's going to be really hard to be balanced. So you really balance start with your family. I can't stress enough. We're going to go right now over each sign. And I hope this information is going to be great value to you. And please try to really understand why your soul came to this world, this particular rising and moon. And moon, again, it's represent your emotions. And it's important not to neglect your emotions, but not to give them at the same time. It's a contradiction. It's in spirituality, it's all about contradiction. You need to be tuned with your emotions, but at the same time to be in control of them, not let them to lead you, because many times our emotions can mislead us completely. The way how we see situation and the way how we think people think about us. So I'm going to start right now with sign. Yeah, there you go. I'm going to start this time with Pisces, because the moon, because the Mars entering Pisces. I don't know, today I already feel the energy. Today, I'm sorry guys. I had 3 readings today, so in each reading it's really close to 2 hours. And you know, when we work with people, we are really trying to get to insight of their understanding and their energy. So I'm going to start with Pisces. Pisces is the first house. So the first house is very important. Pisces, it's not easy for Pisces to be in the first house, because first house, it's yourself, it's personality. It's more pressure about things you put on hold. So Pisces, whatever you put on hold, because of the first house, the Mars actually going to help you. So this is the time really to come back to things and to bring them up again. And you know, something then blocking you, you need to really to open up, and don't just go behind the scene. First house, it's really great opportunity for the leadership. So take responsibility, take more, you're going to get more energy from the Mars. The only thing and don't procrastinate. It's really important for Pisces. It's one of the theme for you until end of the December. In general, it's not good procrastinate, but you're going to get a lot of help. So use this information and use this energy and sleep more, Pisces, because you're not used to do this intense energy. You're going to feel a little bit more tired and overwhelmed. So sleeping is extremely important for you. And interesting enough, next one, I'm going to discuss Aries, rising, sign, and moon. And Aries, you are in 12th house, which is house of Pisces. So Pisces in a house of Aries, and Aries in the house of Pisces. How interesting. Both signs really not used to be in these houses. And light, really cosmos really giving us right now opportunity by putting us in completely opposite of something we used to, in order for us to understand and to be quick adapters to new energy, because we're going to face new world soon, very, very soon. December, it's going to be first step when we're going to enter into real age of Aquarius, and December 21st. We're going to discuss in my next videos about the lunar and solar eclipses. There's going to be very interesting, and we're going to discuss even a few countries I want to mention what sky showing us can happen. Now we're going, so about Aries 12th house, it's all about past. It's about past things, but past thoughts, about the people from the past. You will need to let it go. Okay, don't hold to anything connected to the past, because 12th house really have ability to hold and to drag you sometimes to drama. And Aries, it's not your theme, but they still cosmos want you to experience that. And by the way, you need to sleep more as well. And because of the 12th house, it's connecting to your health as well, your spine, your feet. Even you need to really, really be careful with your food. Don't eat just harsh food, like sometimes you want to eat spicy and meat. Usually Aries really love this type of food. Try to go more holistic. It's going to help you balance with the 12th house energies. And it's actually going to help you to be more balanced and more positive. It's I see this actually as a positive turn for you. Taurus. Taurus, you're in the 11th house. Now, 11th house, it's represent Aquarius, right? So I'm going to mention to you the number of the house and as well what is represent. So Taurus, you're rising in your moon. Please again, check your sidereal or Vedic astrology calculation. It's many different websites you can go and free to check your chart. Do not go Western, it's not going to be correct for you. So in 11th house, so 11th house, it's more about social events, public. And you're going to be more interaction with the public and people from outside and your older siblings. Now, when this type combination for Taurus, why I want to mention your older siblings, you're really going to learn how to stop judging them. And you need to ask yourself why you feel sometimes even anger towards your siblings. Those of us who have siblings, if you don't have siblings, it can be your close friends. Even though you love them, but they really easily irritate you. So it's really helping you for your friendship to change the way um, how you understand people, how sometimes you talk about big ideas, but one-on-one understanding is going to be not easy. So 11 house, it's really for us to learn how to be more one-on-one with somebody, to understand and to really use your restrictions with the anger, because Taurus sometimes they can be very patient, but if something really pushes them to the edge, they can be can show real anger. It's actually considered one of the most angry signs of the zodiac system according to Kabbalah. It says if you pissed off Taurus, it's the worst from all 12 signs. So Taurus, just to keep in mind, you can be patient and at the same time not patient. Now, you are not here just to change them, like I mentioned, your siblings. You're really here to work on your own process. So again, just work on yourself and be patient with your family member and with people who you connect from the public place, even work. Gemini. So Gemini, you are in a 10th house. It's actually one of the best combinations for you, Gemini. And I'm so happy for you because for the last 3-4 years, you've been going through so much with Saturn and so many difficulties with Venus. I feel for Gemini in Cancer, it's like a new air star. You guys, whatever you went through is the paid off. You will see soon more and more because you went through so much. What's going on now is just for you already piece of cake, believe me. Some signs still don't know what to do with this energy. But for Gemini in Cancer, it's actually much easier. So it's really not bad combination. 10 houses represent Capricorn. So it's work. You're going to be big improvement in your work. Please, Gemini, rising and moon. Whatever you plan, connect to more. It's the best combination for Mars to be in the Capricorn house. So use this energy. Don't procrastinate. Really work because you can improve your career, especially after November 14, when Mars is going to be stationary. You're going to feel it unbelievable. It's going to be so many opportunities. You're going to feel like cosmos really opening up for you. But again, it's not enough to have this combination. If you're not going to use it, you're going to miss this opportunity. So instead to connect to whatever happened chaos outside, just really focus. Focus is your theme. So you're going to accomplish a lot of things. And if you put some writing on the side, if you're going to put some marketing ideas, this is the good time. You're going to be fearless and you're going to be very successful. It's going to be really helpful for you. Cancer, my lovely, lovely Cancer. So you're going to be in the 9th house. Now, 9th house is the house of Sagittarius, and it's fiery house. Even though it's represented with Jupiter, which is given this fire sign more mercy and more in a way more deep feelings, it's still not easy for Cancer in 9th house because of the fiery energy. So you're going to be really, really triggered with your belief system. It's really important because your spirituality, the way how you express yourself. And what's happened, you're going to have this opportunity to stop, try to make people, to prove yourself in front of other people. It's not going to happen. You just really need to go with your essence and don't compromise. I'm really asking you, Cancers, it's really important because 9th house is going to give you a lot of energy. And it can help you to connect to real spirituality, not religiosity, because you very religious sign, because it's how it's what is the you came from the 4th house for home, looking for stability, insecurity, because it represents moon. So for you it's really, really great opportunity. So stop to improve your stop to, like I said, to improve yourself in front of other people. And yeah, and just have a comfort. You know what, for you, Cancer, I really recommend for this period of time to have a comfort food. It's going to be really excellent, especially if you know, stomach, it's like your inside gut feeling. Your Cancer's number one with the gut feeling, right? So have a good food. It's okay if you're going to gain a little bit weight, no big deal. It's going to feel you better and can help you with more energy. So the next one we have Leo. Now, my dear Leos, my kings and queens, it is an 8th house. Now, the 8th house is of total transformation. It's deep understanding about your soul. And you really represent heart, but you not always know how to really go deep inside to your soul, because you're so overwhelmed always by giving and to be there for other people and to show up, and about your pride as well. Sometimes you don't have even time to go too deep. So the 8th house is really going to provide you opportunity to go to deep inside, to search, to understand mind over matter. You're going to have energy. You're going to understand almost on a mystical level everything what's happening. So instead to use your amazing royalty, fire energy, because remember your house, it represents son of God, because the Aries is the house of God. You are the son of God, according to ancients. Plus, Leo, it represents Jerusalem. It represents high level of it's the heart. But in the same time, you're going to have some fears, and you will need to pass those fears. Because when Leo doesn't have certain stability, the way how if water sign, they disappear inside of themselves, Leo actually can become more aggressive. So I'm asking you to be more patient and use this 8th house for mysticism and to understand deep things about yourself and things around you, because people depend on you. You have such an energy of leadership. When Leo enters, Leo rising or moon, when you enter a room, people feel energy. They feel the greatness. But in order really to be the great, you need to know how to be the small, and you need to know how to open your heart inside of you to really understand within you who you are. Then the real greatness really will come. Beautiful. So we're going to go to Virgo, my lovely, lovely Virgos. You are going to be in the 7th house. And what's the 7th house? 7th house is all about relationship. It's about partnerships, about relationship. I really want to emphasize a little bit more for you, Virgos, because you sometimes don't know really how to express yourself in relationship. And because you're such a hardworking people and you good quality, high quality people, everything what you do, your expectation of others, especially your partners in life, your partners at work, the same. We really need to remember, each of us came to do completely different work. We didn't came to change anyone. We only came to work on ourselves and discover our real essence. So for you, Virgo, because you're such a high quality sign and Cosmos giving you the fiery energy on the relationship. And don't forget, because the 7th house, it's the back of the 1st house, the self house. So what Cosmos really asking from you to open your heart and to communicate, talk to your partner. Really start the communication and not just you talk. Start communication, start conversation, and let your partner to speak. And while he speak, listen. Don't think what you're going to say next or analyze or how you would do. Just really, and stop criticizing yourself. This is not good time at all. Just feel free. Try to be like Aquarius. It's a good idea for you. I'm telling you, Virgo, it's going to help you with this energy. Break the rules. Don't be stubborn with just even sometimes be late. Just because usually you don't like to be late as well. So a 7th house, remember, it's a house of relationship. Whatever it represents for you, whatever ideas you have, always include the other person in your idea. What is this idea for the other person as well? Okay, it's gonna, I do believe when we're going to use right way the Mars energy, Saturn, because next week we're going to discuss what's happened with Saturn and Jupiter. It's major. Saturn is one of my favorite planets, definitely. When Saturn see how we behave during this time with Mars, Saturn really going to give us a lot of blessings from it, because the Saturn is planet of restriction and fairness, real fairness, not the fairness we think as a Sagittarius, the real fairness, which has come from the law of universe, from the cosmic energy. Next one, it's Libra, my lovely Libras. You are in the 6th house. So Virgo's got Libra's house, and Libra's got Virgo's house. So what I do recommend for you, it's not easy, because you need to heal yourself, your body, And sixth house, it's as well, I do recommend for Libra, start to exercise more. Start to exercise, to be actually more careful with your food, because this period of time, it can a little bit upset your stomach. And because of the sixth house, you do need to, you're probably going to start some diet. Just don't go extreme, don't go crazy, because Mars sometimes give us to go to extreme. Just start slowly, step by step, but adapt to it, because you're going to be a little bit more vulnerable about sixth house. Because sixth house, what is the sixth house? It's house of conflicts as well, and it's house of workplace, your co-workers. I do recommend for you, same thing, mind your business. Don't judge people who you work with, any of your partners as well. And don't keep things inside. This is opportunity for you to speak up as well. Like you both Virgo and Libras, you almost have a similar recommendation for this period of time when the Mars gonna really play the war energy with us. Communicate with people, listen what they're saying, try to understand where they're coming from. It's gonna help you tremendously, and it's gonna improve your health as well. One thing I want to say about Libra, especially when it's in the sixth house, you're going to suddenly start to care what other people think, or you're going to think you know what they think. And many times it's not at all what people think. So stop to think about, and care about other people, what they think about you. Stop to be pleasers. It's not good at all. Just in a way, don't even care what people think. Don't. Because if you're going to come from the right place of consciousness, end of the day, if it's you're doing right thing, it's between you and light. We're not here to satisfy and make other people happy. We're here to do our work. And I really want to remind you, all of us, it's extremely important, is less was born going to care what people think about us, look for approval. It's free we're going to be, because it's contradiction. Those of us who run for recognition, for approval, we're in constant slavery. It's like in jail. But those of us who don't care, many times it's running after us, and we're okay with that. It's okay. If it's with me, it's okay. If not, it's okay. So it's really important to remember. The next sign is going to be Scorpio. My lovely, one of my favorite signs, Scorpios. You're going to be in the fifth house, and it's a house of manifestation. And it's very interesting because this house of high intelligence, and you're already so deep, you're going to get high intelligence. And because Mars, it's one of your planets, and it's represent letter Dalit. I'm going to show you after. And you really live, all the other signs except Aries, they really almost unfamiliar with this Mars energy on the level as you are, because this is your natural house. You're born in a house of Aries, especially your Aries is a water sign, you're on the fire side. So it's considered a little bit unpredictable. So since childhood, you already adapt to intense energy. So now Cosmos helping you with the fifth house, which is house of inspiration, of creativity, the house of manifestation. I feel this house really going to help you to improve things in your work, in your business. Now, one thing I want to mention about your children. I'm really going to ask you, Scorpio, to be really patient with your children right now, because you will be triggered. Fifth house is the children, and because it's coming from the more fiery energy, you even going to be showing sometimes like you're mad, or you really want to raise your voice almost instantly without think. Let your kids talk to you. Let them express themselves. Ask, open up, because you're such a deep people, but don't go too deep. Just try to, because sometimes, when you see Scorpios, they such a authentic people. They really unique in a sense. When they feel deep. When they love deep. When they hate, unfortunately, deep as well, which is something really a scary thing, because sometimes the energy we invested sometimes is hard to fix. So same thing with your kids. For kids, it's not easy to have sometimes parent Scorpio. What I mean by that, you are very caring, you're high quality people, but you energetically sometimes, before you even speak, if your child coming from different water houses, they sometimes agree only because they just want to peace. Don't create this type of environment at home. Let them speak. Let them know that you care about what they have to say. And this is going to be a really great opportunity for you for this period of time to prepare for something going to come in December as well. The next one after Scorpios, we have Sagittarius, lovely Sagittarius, very smart and fiery. You're going to be in the fourth house, so it's opposite of Cancerian. So Cancerians in the Sagittarius, and you guys Sagittarius in Cancerian house, fourth house. So it's about home. Now remember, Mars, it's mechanical planet, and fourth house represent your home, your car, your properties. Things can break, so just be prepared for it. Don't freak out. Don't make big deal of it. This is the energy you're right now going with. And possibility that you guys will need to move to new place, new home, new living locations. It's possible as well. It's going to trigger your money, your security, your emotions. Because remember, you right now in a moon house, and moon doesn't have his own light. So certain insecurities will appear. You're going to be worried about money, if you're financially supportive enough for your family. Trust cosmos. The war is never helping us. What really helps us to understand the bigger picture, and each period of time given to us to improve certain qualities. And one of the most qualities we came to this world to improve and to gain, it's complete trust for no reason. When we do that, when we really come to this place, no matter what's happened, good or bad, we're not going to be dragged to any drama, to any high and low. We understand this is okay. It's another period of time. Another thing I want to mention for you, it's forgiveness. This house is going to be major for you, a major theme for Sagittarius, because this house represents mother. If your mother is alive or not alive, this is the good time to come back to your childhood with who you are now, not how you experienced when you were little. It's very misleading. This is really going to be a good healing period for Sagittarius, to forgive your mom if there's any grudges you have, and to call your mom. If she's alive, really give them energy, time, attention. The cosmos really wanted to work in the fourth house. Fourth house, it's really a unique house. It's our childhood, it's our home. It's how we understood how things run at home. We introduce initially to the world, to the outside world from inside. So definitely very healing. I do recommend for you actually to start meditation, because you as a fire sign, sometimes it's hard for you to stop your thoughts and to really to be present. So it's for all of us for this period of time, it's good to meditate. But for you, Sagittarius, it's going to be extra beneficial. It's going to help you to feel more balance in the fourth house. You're going to feel more in tune with the fourth house. The next one is Capricorn, the amazing smart Capricorn. You are going to be in the third house. Now, the third house, it's house of Gemini. And what's really, really interesting about this combination for you, it's self-expression and intention and courage. So for Capricorn, I do really, really, really recommend for you guys, because you're so good in the career and to build big companies. You can be the CEOs, but you constantly looking to, in a way, to prove for somebody who's in high rank. So right now, you've been given opportunity to really to put real intention to everything what you say. And I do recommend for you to have your own I would say to have your own journal and start to write your thoughts. Capricorn, please start to write your thoughts. Whatever you have, whatever you still have some unfinished business, this is going to be a really good point for you to start with the healing process and to start to heal. Writing, it can be very healing. And don't forget, by writing, you're using your hand, and your hand came to heal people. I'm actually recently, every time when I work on chart and I work for any class, I put everything in writing and I write with my hand. I start to feel different energy. I even, for some point, I start to feel like I already forgot how to write. We've been typing all the time. So I do recommend for you to write your thoughts, to express yourself. It's going to be really good for you. Now, the third house represents brothers and sisters. Capricorns usually have interesting relationship with brothers and sisters because they are hardworking people like Virgos. And but Capricorns have more. They have a little bit more harsh judgment from childhood because as a children they feel they older and smarter, which is true. And then later on in life they become younger and more romantic. And then this is the time to fix some relationship from childhood. So definitely give energy to your brothers and sisters. It's going to be really, really good. And it's going to be good healing for you as well. Okay. I hope this information can help you with this next 2.5, 3 months until end of December. Aquarius. Last but not least, amazing Aquariuses, the spiritual, the people who came from other dimensions and trying to live with all of us here. They already understand things on such a high level, then sometimes it's hard for them to be here in this dimension. So you've been given opportunity to be in the second house. Now, Aquarius, second house, again, it's house of money, earning, children. It's your childhood, actually, memory. It's very interesting. I mean, not for myself. Then for you, it's going to be really opportunity to come back to your childhood memories as well, and to understand how things was operating home, how your parents spend the money, how money was saved, and try to evaluate what is really money represent for you. Because Aquarius usually careless with money. Money, it's almost for them something foreign. It's actually purposely in this fiery energy. Cosmos wanted to live in the second house, which is represent money and judgment and reactive system. You're almost going to feel different for this next 2.5, 3 months. It's already started, by the way, on September 9. But it's going to be progressing more and more because it's going to get to Pisces as well. So remember second house, and you need to really be careful what you're going to say and what you're going to eat, what comes through your mouth and what goes to your mouth. This is your theme for the next couple of months. And Aquarius is you usually because you're sensitive to the brain operation and how your brain operates and how you feel electrons around you, by the way, because the Saturn is still giving you a lot of information, and you're sensitive to energy as well. So I do recommend for you to be try to be more light with food, more on vegetarian if you can. Try to stay away from meat, especially for you. It's going to be much easier for you. And about money, something may happen and you need to spend extra money than you're expecting. It's okay. Just don't worry about. You're going to spend, you're going to gain again. Don't give too much energy into it, okay? And your main theme, it's really what comes from your mouth and what goes to your mouth, okay? And just come back to your childhood, because usually Aquariuses have interesting relationship with their mom, kind of more in a freedom way. And this is why when they become parents, they're a little bit confused what really parenting represent. So it's a good time right now, after all the knowledge, everything, what you gain, it can benefit. So I hope this information was in benefit for you. I'm looking forward for my next video. We're going to discuss the Saturn and Jupiter and other few combinations going to happen, which is extremely important as well. If you're interested to have reading with me, you can check links below. I always looking forward to connect with you, and it's really, I feel privileged and merit to work with each of my clients, who some of them become my good friends. And if you need to do charts for your children, it's one of my favorite things to do, to help you to connect to your children, to understand how they understand the world, and with that to help you to come back to your inner child. And this is when real process of healing and real connection with your children start. I wish you all the best. It's tonight, it's Thursday, and tomorrow it's Friday, very spiritual energy. For those of us who celebrate Shabbat, I wish you Shabbat Shalom. And I'm looking forward for the next video. Much love to all of you. All the best. Bye-bye.